Going to be doing a review on a plasma cutter today. This one is made by BestArc. This is another one of their models. I already have one of their models, but this is a different model, and this one will work with a CNC table because it doesn't have the high frequency start. It's got like, they call it a backflow pilot arc. So that's actually really handy. I don't have a CNC table, but my oldest son does. So whenever I need to do any CNC work, hey, I'm going to his house. But let's take a look at this and see what we think, see what it can do. And as I do on all my tool reviews, it's gonna be no fluff. I'm gonna give you my honest opinion. All right, so from the best I can tell, this is a box in a box, which is a good thing. It means it's packaged well. All right, let me go ahead and get this out of this box here, and we'll take a look at it. Man, look at this little dude. This thing is tiny. This ain't much bigger than a lunchbox. It's got a protective cover here. There's your controls. Now, I do like this. It's got its own water filter here. There's where you go in with your air. Now, it also says air in here, on-off switch. I tell you what, let's open up this box, then we'll probably figure this thing out. Then I'll bring you back and show you everything. Now here's, they include these with just about any plasma cutter when you get them. This is your ground. And so you know, this is their Cut60XP. So this is 60 amps. Man, that's a lot of power, because my other BestArc is an 80 amp, and it's at least 3 times this size. Wow, they packed a lot in a little package there. All right, let's see what else we got. We got a few consumables, Teflon tape. This is if you want to switch over to 120, and my experience with the 120 on pretty much any weld machine, whatever, you got to have at least like a 30 amp. I don't know what the specs are on this one. I don't never worry about that. I am collecting these things. I've already got about 4 or 5 of them, but as you can see right here, I got a 240 volt plug. Everything I own plugs directly into there or into an extension. Here's going to be our torch. Wow. Yeah, I like that. There's your guide. It's also giving you the proper distance off your tip here. Just off the bottom. Cool. And that is adjustable. Got a little hose here. I don't know what all that's for yet, but it did come with instructions. I'm gonna do a little reading, hook this up, bring you right back, and we're gonna give this thing a try. And I'll tell you more about it. All right, I just wanted you to see right here, it says blowback non-HF or non-high frequency. And that's useful for like the CNC plasma cutters that are computer controlled. That non-frequency means it's not going to be interfering with any electronic devices. And that's why you have to use these types on a CNC table, from my understanding. Now, I've never owned a CNC table, but Derek, my son, he owns one. He is here. And so we're going to demonstrate this together, but I didn't even have to read the book. This is pretty self-explanatory. This is where you set your amperage, just knob on the right. All right, now this right here is your post flow. You kind of cool your consumables down. I'm going to leave it, I normally go 8 seconds. You can press in on this, whoop, without doing that, press in. Now you got MPa, I'm not even sure what that is. I might look and see what that is. Then you got PSI. You got a regulator here on the back, and you can adjust your PSI with that. So you always want to adjust this while it's flowing. Right now it's at 50. That's how you know how much pressure is coming out of the torch. All right, so we're at 60 amps. We're at 50 PSI. Let's go down a little bit on our amperage. We'll try it there when we get ready to actually use this thing. It does have a little fan. Fan did not start running until I actually hit the trigger earlier. Right here. That's a sweet little dude, man. Awesome. Now you hear it? They just cut off. That's that 8-second cooldown. I went ahead and got my torch and everything on here. That only turns and goes in one way. You lock it down here. Here's the ground. Now spin it around. I'll show you what this hose is for. I don't know if I'm crazy about that setup, but this little clear hose goes in here and then right into the regulator. Now I would imagine you could actually install a different kind of regulator if you wanted to, and maybe put a quick connect right here instead of this, but hey, no big deal. We could actually shorten that hose, and all you got to do is turn your air off, push in here, and this will come right out. Right now it's biting, it's locking in, but you could actually shorten that hose probably to here to where it's not hanging out as much. But yeah, I don't know if I'm crazy about that or not, but let's see how it does.
And also, since the mic is right here.
Yeah.
And also, if you got an air compressor in your shop or whatever that's got your own inline dryer or filter in there, then you can eliminate all of that and just go directly in. That's what I do at the house, because I already got air dryers that
Right, gotcha. Yeah.
Now we'll eliminate all of that mess on the back.
Yeah. Man, it's amazing they can make something that small that can do what it does. That's unbelievable. That's inverter technology right there. Oh, and by the way, this whip looks or appears to be around 12 foot long, 10 foot for sure. Don't really know, but it's got a lot of length to it. And I do have an extension, a heavy duty extension that would get me way out in the driveway if I need to be. All right, it pivots here. Got your safety lever here. Yeah, not bad at all.
Now I will say something about this, talking about CNC, that because I've got experience, I got some down at the shop. Millers is what we use at the shop. This is just as nice, but if you're going to use a CNC like I'm going to, you will have to buy a separate whip. They're $125, which is not very bad. 3 BestArc that converts this to just an up and down. It almost, I mean, it's just up and down. That's what you will need for the CNC. You will not be able to use that one on the CNC.
Don't they have some though, actually, with a clamp or something that would allow you to use that, or no?
Some of them they do, but for the most part, a lot of them are homemade that people are rigging up.
Okay, all right, I got you. All right, well, let's turn the power off on this, get set up out here. That fan is still running even though it's off, and it probably will momentarily for there when it just cut off. Man, look how smooth that is. Wow. Dang, that did real good.
That's also, that's 1/4 inch mild steel there.
Yeah, 1/4 inch.
That's just steel plate that had been rolled at one point on a brake to whatever purpose.
He's actually cutting this for a purpose. He's needing that piece of plate. So, I think he's gonna cut the other end off too. I wish we had some 3/8. I'm pretty sure it would do 3/8.
Well,
it claims it can do 1/2 inch, but you're probably going to have to really slow it down.
here's how you test a 60 amp machine. If it's true 60 amp, it should be able to cut that.
Yeah, that's true. I measured it. It is 1/2 inch. Here comes the love bugs. That means cool weather's on the way. Yeah, it's cutting it.
Yeah, it's cutting it.
It's cutting it, no problem. Huh. Yeah. Heck yeah.
Actually pretty clean,
Yeah.
considering.
Just a little dross on there, not bad.
You hit that with a bucket, that cleaned up nice.
Yeah. Pretty impressive for something so little. There it is, way over there by my welding machine. Look at the welding machine, then look at that little plasma cutter. That is crazy, ain't it? A lot of power for such a little machine. But you can see this long whip. Yeah, that's every bit of 12 foot.
Nice.
Yeah, it's the fact it can do that on that 1/2 inch, I'm sold. Well, I'm pretty impressed, man. Just the fact that it could cut through 1/2 inch. Now, that is the limit on it. You're not going to cut anything bigger than that. 3/4 or 1 inch, you can probably forget that. But I do have the other BestArc that will do that. And I've got a video on that if you'd like to check it out as well. Now, keep in mind, 240 volts is going to be your best setting to get your full 60 amps. If you cut it back to 120 amps, you're only going to get half of that power. But at 60 amps, I think this will make a really good garage plasma cutter. It's small, it's portable, you can take it anywhere, you know, and like I said, it's built with the quality that BestArc normally has, you know, and that's one thing I like about it. I do like the fact that they included that water filter to remove any moisture so it don't get caught up inside your consumables and your tip and such as that. But I was pretty impressed with it, and hey, I appreciate y'all watching. I appreciate BestArc for sending this out. It was sent to me for review. But until next video, I'm Russ Jones with Skill Savvy DIY.